but it's not coming up in here. I just don't understand what the hell's going
Coming to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and Atlanta, Georgia. This is United Fan Zone.
Welcome everybody. Sorry we're a little late today. How is everyone doing today? Mikey, how you doing? What's your thoughts on the weekend here?
Yeah, thoughts for the weekend is, man, I watch a lot of games. A lot of teams look good, man. A lot of teams look solid. They look like they're ready to. I don't know. For us, I'll just start with us. With us, we look pretty. I don't know. It was a decent game. I'll just say that. Like I don't think we were great. I think we were good. We played well. There's times where we were under the cosh. There's times where they should have scored. But you know, I think we had the lion's share of the chances. And I think we're set up decent. There's little parts where I saw flashes of the past, things happening, but a lot of these guys haven't played for Man United or haven't played in a few months or a few weeks or just played together in general. There's a lot of cohesion to do, so I'm not gonna take too much from it. And yeah, the weekend was good, man. Football's back. We're back, baby. We're back. I can't see you on the screen, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can see me if you put on the YouTube, you'll be able to see me on there. We're testing out a new system, so we apologize for today. You know, technical difficulties at the beginning here. But yeah, I thought it was a great showing from Man United. Mazzari looked really good. I think De Ligt looked okay for the 10 minutes they came on, and then Zerski took his time getting into the game, which we expected, but I thought he did really well, and a great poacher's goal there. So I think overall we did really well. So what do you think?
I think I don't know. There's some things that we could fix, of course, right? But It's the first game of the season. I'm not gonna be hypercritical of it. I just don't want to see some of these things going forward. I feel like we had some guys come in and play really well. Maz came in and did his thing, looking really good. De Ligt had a few minutes, but looking fresh, looking sharp. Maguire, I think Maguire played well. He had that little breakaway where he was 1v2, and he just so happened to save it. He just so happened to nick it with his foot.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good. I mean, granted, Andres Pereira made a meal of that pass. Like
he did.
He made a real meal, but that's why he plays for Fulham and not for us anymore, right?
Exactly.
So that's just an indication of their levels, right? But I did feel like there was times where Fulham had chances. They were threatening. They were a little bit direct, but we put out fires. We put out a lot of fires. Onana was solid, had a solid game. Not too much to ask of him. One shot from Tete from outside that he had under control. A few low shots he had under control. Not too crazy. I mean, I will say, it's concerning a bit that it took that long to score. I just want for us to be a little bit more clinical, man. That's really what it is. Just finish our food. Just finish in front of goal, man. It seems like even in the preseason, the lid was just on the goal, and it's continuing. So I just want to see the clinical finishing. South Sanji, Big H. Yes, Harry, bro. Harry, the big man, the big slab head, getting it done. But all in all, bro, can't be mad at that performance. We move. Who's next? Brighton, then Liverpool. I'm already buzzing for those games. Early game, that Brighton game, 7:30.
Yeah, it's an early game Saturday, but we'll be there. I know the boys are saying Big H, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think he meant to save that when he was 2-on-1. I think
no.
his foot just came out and it was a horrible pass and just hit his foot. But, big on him for getting that. And it wasn't just that. There was when that ball came in the box, he managed to block off the defender, the striker, should I say, and, managed to have a relatively decent game. I don't think for one, that he is our starting centre-back. But he kind of showed some heart to the fact that, of why we should keep him for at least another year and be able to do that. So, I thought it was a great game overall. I'm looking forward to seeing some more Zersky, especially when he comes on for the full 90 minutes, starts a game. I still don't think he's going to start on the weekend. I think we're going to play that false 9 again. I think Harry will start again next weekend. But overall, the game, we looked crap for the first 20 minutes. I'm not going to lie. The first 20 minutes, we didn't look good. But that's to be expected the new season. I'm just bringing up my notes here. One thing, the press was a joy to watch. That was definitely something, United, they weren't running ragged on the press. You could see that they kind of stepped away, let them control the ball, and then all pressed together, which was completely different to what we'd seen last year. But I think overall it was a really good showing for them. What do you think?
Yeah, that was one of the key points I'd say is we looked like we pressed with purpose. It didn't look like we were just chasing.
No.
Right? Because most of the times in the last 2 years, it was like we'd be like press, and then like people would think because they're running after the ball or running after a player that just had the ball that is press. It's like no, it's like there's certain times where you press and then you get back into your shape, you get back in a position, or you just put out fires, and it's like you got to know when to do it. Yes, this Jordan Long, 100%, Mount's best game in United jersey. He played great. He played decent. This is what I want to see from him week in and week out. This is the guy that won 2 Player of the Year awards at Chelsea. Okay, that's the Mason Mount that I want to see, because up to this point I had no faith in him. Okay, so I want to continue seeing. I want to see more. Rashford played.
He was okay.
Whatever.
He was okay.
He once again, he had a non-Rashford game, so it's okay. We'll clap it up for him not being the consistent terrible that he's been as of late. Yeah, I think I just can't be mad at it. And I'm seeing people. What I would like to just bring up real quick is that man, this media, these guys and our pundits, our ex-players, bro. Our ex-players are just ridiculous. I mean, I get it. They're players. They're gonna speak how they feel, and just like how I'm speaking how I feel. I'm a fucking guy in his basement talking. Excuse my language. Talking about football. They're ex-players that used to play for the club, so they definitely have more of an opinion than I do. That's more valid, 100%. But it's the type of things you're saying. This stuff gets back to the players. It gets back to the players, and it's like I don't know. We just live in a different time where people could just say the most craziest thing for clickbait. And it seems like everybody's doing it. Oh, look, this should be beating Fulham 3-0. Why? Look at this. They're just not. This person can't defend. Why is it? It's just like, yo, you guys are just out of control. So once for our fan base, for the people that watch us, bro, learn, please, watch the game and actually watch it and have an opinion about the game. That's not sensational.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm Mr. Sensational, but it comes with purpose. It normally comes with a message. So I just want to say that I'm sick of it. I'm already sick of it.
Yeah. There's some other points. I completely agree with you on those ones. Just some of other points. I noticed the crossing into the box was completely different than last season. Which was great to see. Yeah, multiple times the ball was going into that area. And especially if you can have Zersky in there who's 6'3", 6'4". You're going to need those balls into the area. There's still holes in that midfield, and that's going to get onto our next talking point after this. But I've noticed that when Mainu goes forward, Casemiro goes forward. One of them needs to stay back. And I'm noticing that, and this is what I'm hoping kind of Ugarte is going to fix for Man United, is that ability to just stay back. Now, Casemiro I thought was phenomenal for this game. I think, other than Harry Maguire, I think he probably deserved man of the match. But obviously, Zerski's going to get that for his goal. I think he was solid, but I rewatched the entire game, and I watched the game from last season. I noticed the same thing. One is they're both are going forward, which is leaving huge holes in our midfield. So one of those has got to drop back. Recognize that when one's going forward, the other one needs to drop back, and vice versa. But I think that that's going to come in time, and I think also the kind of Ugarte deal. From what I'm hearing, Man United are working on getting him on loan with to buy next summer, which is a great deal for United, which is Fabrizio's reporting this evening. So, that's my only area of concern, and I think Ugarte is going to really do a solid job in that midfield. But what do you think?
Yeah, so the thing with that's supposed to be Casemiro's. That for lack of a better term, that hole, that space, that gap, that area is what Casemiro is supposed to dictate, right?
Yeah.
The one right after the defense. He's supposed to be there, pinging balls forward, putting out fires, controlling that middle of the park area so guys can stay forward and attack, recycling the ball when it goes long, he'll be there to recycle possession. Things of that nature. However, I saw that too in the game. However, I saw that because his legs are gone, even though he looks great, he's in great shape, and I commend him for that. I got to give big up to Casemiro for getting himself in good shape. Which is kind of crazy to think because all the guy has to do is work out. Like, he plays a game for a living. So commending a guy for being in good shape when he gets paid millions, right? Somebody could pick his food for him, and all he has to do is work out. But that's because his legs are gone. He can't perform that task as much. So I don't know why they're both attacking forward, because it's like, although Casemiro was very good and he made some things happen, can't take that away from him. I would like to see somebody that, like how Arsenal and Partey, right? But Partey will come into the attack sometimes and he'll give a shot, and it'll be a decent shot. You don't be mad at it. It don't go in. Sometimes it go in. He had a worldie last year that was pretty good. But he knows when to do it.
Yeah.
Because he has the Declan Rice right behind him. So they know when to do that. So they need to just get that under control, because that gap in the midfield, bro, that's gonna, for better sides, they're gonna abuse it. It's not gonna be Traore every time. It's gonna be a guy from West Ham that I like a lot. It's gonna be I forget his name. The African dude on the wing. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be other players that's gonna attack that space and know what to do. So hopefully we can manage that. The midfield did look a bit open. The Ugarte deal, I'm loving this for Man United only because I love a loan deal. Simply when we kind of like what's his name that was just here that was on loan. Amrabat. Sorry, I just came from the gym. My head's dizzy.
It's okay.
But I like those loan deals. Let's see what you can do.
Oh boy.
We'll decide what it is after that. So let's and I love that deal, Brian. I think the guy's gonna be good. Bowen crap, to be honest. I don't know. I think he's better than Marcus Rashford at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely better than Anthony.
Yeah, 100%. So, but yeah, I would love to see him in that space, in that area, just being a man. So only time will tell, bro. Hopefully that deal gets done by in the next 3 days, next 2 days.
Yeah. Unless it's done by Wednesday, he won't be playing this weekend. So it has to be done by Wednesday.
And look, I got egg on my face. I was wrong, guys. This is one of the rare occasions I was wrong. Go ahead and clip this up because it won't happen again. But all the guys that I said I don't know how I feel about him playing, he brought on later on in the game.
He did. Maz
played, looked like he didn't miss a step, looked like he was playing all year. So good for them. I'm happy. Those guys. I mean, I'm a Man United fan, bro, and I've been a fan since 09, and I am praising guys for your stamina now.
Yeah.
That's how low we've fallen.
Yeah,
We're fitness now.
the thing with the Ugarte deal, though, it is going to be a loan with obligation to buy. So it's not kind of like the Amrabat deal where we can send him back. It is going to be we're stuck in the mud with it. This one, like we have to pay out next summer. Rajat says looks like you guys going to come probably on loan buy deal. Yep. And then Sanjeev, yeah, we saw the 3-1-6 too. Yeah, I noticed that a lot. The 3-1-6 being played. I think if we play like that, I think obviously eventually we're gonna get a lot better at the 3-1-6, especially with De Ligt coming in. Malzari looks pretty good, but we can't throw him into the walls just yet, especially with his injury problems that he can have. But I think that it's going to take time. But we have Liverpool in 2 weeks, so we need to step it up a little bit. This week, I'm not too worried about Ugarte coming in. I think Cass can do a job against Brighton. I know they hammered Everton 3-1 this weekend, but smoked it. It should have been 4-1, but he just that little step offside. But that's Everton, We looked a lot. I honestly, how we looked this weekend was completely different to how we looked last year. I thought, we need Zersky on to score, or somebody up front to score. And Bruno should have buried his chance. I don't know what he's doing going low right there, and easily dink over the goalkeeper, and that's 1-0. Mount was a little more difficult because the ball wasn't expecting to come to him. It went through the legs from the Rashford run, but I expect to see a really tight-knit Man United team this year, and I think if Ugarte comes, I am more and more positive about a top 4 this year.
Yeah, that Rashford pass, bro. I blame Rashford more. I mean, granted, Garnacho needs to slot that.
Yeah.
He needs to. I've seen him hit harder chances. We all have,
Yeah.
but Rashford passing the ball like that just was heartbreaking to see. Like,
yeah,
my God. But I mean, this is football. These things happen. I don't want to overget on the guy.
But the thing is, though, if he hits that and misses, the entire stadium screams at him, "Why didn't you pass to Garnacho?"
Yep.
That's the problem. Like, yeah, he should. Like, in hindsight, he should have took the shot, got the goal. But
that pass is simple, though. Simple.
It doesn't
roll it across the man.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though it wasn't the greatest, the pass Garnacho, there was no excuse for Garnacho to miss that. Garnacho. Why didn't he hit it with his left foot?
I think the pass kind of how bad the pass was is what predicated the awfulness of the shot, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
granted, you had to gather yourself and take a shot there. Like, he should be making it. I'm not going to say he shouldn't be making it. Should be making it. But the pass was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad that it was like, okay, hold on. Let me fix myself to make it. He should still make it, though. Hold on. Let me get a couple of these in. Sanjeev, the players know the Ten Hag has the backing from the board. Jordan Long, Garnacho should have finished 100%. Not saying that he shouldn't have, but that pass needs to be better to make it easier for the striker, or for the man hitting the ball at that point. Seems like everyone is starting to buy in. I hope so. Rajat, ETH playing 4-2-4. I feel like to start the game we were in that, and then we were getting overrun a bit.
Yeah.
And saw the 3-1-6-2. Looked like Ugarte's. Yeah, so we read those. But yeah, okay with that. I want us to not be rigid. Change it if it's not working mid-game. Change it. We got 37 more games to go. There's gonna be teams that's gonna give us different looks. There's gonna be different abilities, different qualities, different teams, right? And different ways to play for all of them. We know this. I just don't want Ten Hag to be rigid and just stick to something just because he thinks it's gonna work. It's like,
I think
it's
we
okay
saw
to change in game.
Yeah,
and that's
I think we saw
doing.
something different this weekend. The 60th minute, I think he noticed that it wasn't working, and I said to Sanjeev when I was at the game, I was like, hey, he's actually noticing. And I think he's been told from the backroom staff too, like, hey, you've got to change this because you can't be waiting to the 78th, especially the 80th minute, to be making changes. I like the ability and about the 80th minute where he made the 2 substitutions. I know people. Trust me, when I was listening in the bar, people were complaining about, oh, why are you taking Harry Maguire off? Well, Harry Maguire's just came back from an injury, and De Ligt needs time. A good 10 minutes on the field. Next week, give him 20-30 minutes. But I like that he's noticing things. 60th minute, bring him on. So I know it's the first game, and I hope he continues like this. But I am noticing some differences in the way he's managing. And regarding the buy-in, I'm definitely brought in with Man United right now.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here until I'm not here. But I'll always be here. But I'm here until Ten Hag drove me crazy last season. I felt like I was hanging on. But I think we're trending in the right direction. Let's say that we're trending upward. Things are looking good. We're getting business done. I'd like to see if we do some business in Christmas time. I'm really don't like the fact that Fulham played this game with us regarding Scotty, because now it's like, oh well, we're not in for Scotty no more. We're in for Sanderberg, and it's like, dog, you could have. I know you've been in for everybody's in for Sanderberg. Like, we made his name hot. We made his name hot. No, let's just keep a spade a spade. We made that guy's name hot. So now everybody's looking and they're seeing and they're like, oh, okay. Well, and like he's going to be worth 25 million as opposed to the last 5 or 10 million Scotty's going to want extra. So, yeah, and then Scotty ain't really on nothing. So
didn't Sanderberg go today?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he went to Fulham. Yeah, Fulham brought him today.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Played that game. We played I see, that's crazy because when I was running today, I saw that they were thinking about it.
Yeah.
So it's happened. Okay, cool. Yeah. See, they played this game with us. I get it. You're gonna get the cheaper player or whatever, but you played this game with us, and now we're out of luck though. Hopefully Napoli still wants. They don't want to pay the money. They don't have that kind of money to spend on a guy that's unproven in their league.
Yeah.
So,
I think he'd do pretty well, at Napoli. But it doesn't seem like he's going to be going, which is infuriating to me. It's 30 million worth of profit. The guy's, got a year left on his deal. So we either lose him for free or we sign him on a new deal, which is both infuriating to me because, we're stuck with him now. This was our last chance to get rid of him and make a profit on him. So now we're going to either lose money, lose him for free, or we're going to have to sign him to a new deal. And I don't know what everyone's obsession with him is. I really do not. Because Fred was better. Fred was a better player. And, I'm just, infuriated with it right now. So
there's passionate too.
Yeah, he had
merchants.
Yeah,
he was a way more passionate guy than McTominay was.
Mm-hmm. At least Fred,
we got guys in the chat that love passion.
Yeah, but yeah, it is what it is, and I kind of gonna have to deal with it for at least another couple of years now, by the looks of it, because we're not gonna lose him for free. We'll end up offering him a new deal. Unless we can sell him in January, and then even then we're only going to get 20 million for him. So just an absolute waste of money, and I don't understand what every manager has seen in this player. Like, okay, yes, he can come on and bang a goal, but did he do anything this weekend? No, he wasn't effective at all when he came on, and I don't see him being effective for the rest of the year. So I'm just glad that the Ugarte deal is going to get done. And him staying is not going to affect that deal, because if Ugarte didn't come in because of McTominay, I would have been seriously pissed.
It's crazy how everybody's talking about, oh, Harry had a good game, Mazza looked good, this person, that person. Everybody's talking, and like nobody says McTominay's name.
Man United are rejecting loan. Where are you seeing that reject? I don't think Man United are not rejecting a loan deal for Ugarte right now. Not a chance. The fact that
Where are you getting this information?
yeah, there's no way Man United are going to reject a loan for Ugarte. That saves some. I know we can afford Ugarte. Like, I watched Fabrizio earlier. He says that Man United can afford Ugarte right now, but it needs to come down by 15. The price needs to come down by at least 10 to 15 million for United to be able to buy him outright. Doesn't look like PSG are going to do this, which I don't understand, because at the end of the day, we've lost money in selling players to PSG. So I don't understand why they're doing that back towards us. And any time that Man United have a player that PSG want, we're just going to do it back to them now. So I don't see why Ugarte... regarding McTominay, yes, they're going to reject a loan for McTominay. Unless it's a... but the reason they're going to reject it is McTominay's refusing to leave. According to Sky Sports News today, McTominay is... the only reason that he isn't going is, again, refusing to leave. Which is infuriating.
Pay out my wages kind of thing? Or is it, I can find my way back into the team?
I can find my way back into the team. He's not going to play. Mason Mount is looking back to his best, and Bruno Fernandes is Bruno Fernandes. Where are you going to play? You're not going to be coming on for Kobe Mainu, because we have Casemiro and Ugarte. So I don't understand why you're sticking around.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's crazy though is like he gave us all those like thrilling goals in the last season, and we're still like, yo, you gotta go. It's a reason for this. It's a reason.
Yeah.
It's a reason because you'll give us one goal and go missing for 6 games.
Yeah.
7 games. You don't really, outside of the goal. See, that's the thing about football. Football is a tricky thing. Mm-hmm. And I try to explain this to people who don't watch football all the time, because they're like, "Oh, what are they doing?" And I'm like, "Bro, you could be ineffective for 89 minutes and score a worldie in the 90th, and people will forget."
Yep.
The entire time, like, he scored a worldie. Y'all talking about him, and it's like, bro, he didn't offer nothing to the game. And a goal is great. We love a goal.
Yeah.
We love a goal. I'll be the last person to say, I'd rather activity than goals, 100%. Yeah. Like, no, I want you to score a goal, especially when you need it. Like Xerxes came on, got it done, got it cracking. Yeah. Great. Got a great ball in. Great. But you gotta be consistent in this league. City are consistently technically sound all the time. Yeah. And even when they're playing bad, they do things, they practice these habits that put them in position to still score goals.
Yeah.
Even when they're playing bad, like they didn't play great against Chelsea.
No.
They weren't great. I think Chelsea had more of the chances. They just didn't take them.
Yeah.
But City, when they get in those positions, they've drilled it so much they're going to finish, even at their worst.
No, I absolutely agree. And I just got to, Sanjeev, it's clear that McTominay's role is to come in late when we're desperate. That's the problem. We shouldn't be desperate. Not with this team. We should not be desperate to score a goal. And that lies there, the problem. If we're relying on a, $25 million Scottish dude to come in when we're desperate, that's a problem to me. We should be 2-3-0 up, especially against teams like Fulham. We should have been way up. Like, yes, we played not very good for the first 20 minutes, but the rest of the game we should have been 2-3-0 up in that game, and we shouldn't be relying on McTominay to come in and what everyone says, pound the box until we get a goal. That shouldn't be the way the thing is. So we should have a midfield. We should have a midfielder that can do it for the whole game. That could come in, say Mainu's injured. We need a midfielder that can come in and do it the whole game, not come in late. But that, I guess that's just the way we are right now. And if we want a guy to come in late, then we need a striker to come in late, not a guy from midfield.
Yeah, we've tried to sell Scotty for 2 years, and he's used his power both times. Did you read that?
Yep.
So one time is like, bro, it's not really using your power if you want to play. You want to play. It's not like, you pay me out my money then. Give me my money. Like, that's more of a power thing for me. The guy wants to play. He wants to, and good on him. Good on him. He wants to play, but there's no room. There's no room. There's just
Yeah.
it won't work. You're
No.
trying to like, yeah, you could probably play Carabao Cup games if that's what your career has gone to is playing in the Carabao Cup or hoping to get in for a Carabao Cup match, then you're not the type of player I need anyway.
No.
I, you're not the type of guy I need to play on this team anyway, because
No.
that's what your standards are. That's what you're good
Mhm.
with. You're okay with that as long as you're playing for this club.
Yeah.
I get it. You've been here a long time, but there's a lot of guys that's been here a long time that's not here anymore.
Yeah.
And they're doing well elsewhere. That could be you. Go find football. Let the football find you, because you only get, but how old is he? 26?
Yeah, about that 26, 27.
Come on, man. You probably got 6, 7,
Yeah.
great years ahead of you before you start becoming fodder for other teams. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Go
And
find the football. What bruh say? Leave the football before it leaves you.
yeah, exactly. That's what he needs to do. But Sanjeev thinks Zersky might be that guy. I think Zersky's
He's big, man.
He's big. Yeah.
Pause.
I'm
He's
kind of
big.
looking. I'm waiting for Hoyland to come back because I'm really looking forward to Hoyland playing on the left at some point. It's got to be done. Hoyland playing on the left and Zersky up front, or Garnacho or Ahmed on the right, because I think that Hoyland can do a hell of a job on the left there. But I hope he's a 9.5. Having box crashes don't need McTominay. I agree with that one too. But yeah, I think Zersky is going to play a big role this year, especially if Hoyland can't find his feet like he did last year at the beginning of the season. I think he's going to be sitting on the bench. And I thought that goal was, I think he meant it. It wasn't just sticking a toe out there. You could clearly see that he caught it on the side of his boot to head it towards the goal. It's a great poacher's goal. But it's just the way it is right now. Mikey, you've gone blank. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just still. That's my Zen like stillness.
No. Yeah, I thought the camera had crashed there.
Well, no, yeah. I'm glad he scored that goal. I don't care if it was an accident or not. You got to put yourself in those positions for these things to happen so you can have a good accident. So just like when you're defending and you put a foot out and it goes into the goal, you didn't.
Yeah.
It's like you got to put a foot out. It
Yeah.
has to happen. So good. You put yourself in the right position. Good things happen. That's a goal that you want to see, especially when it's the 80th minute or whatever, so odd minute, and you need a goal to win a game in a home opener. Cool, you went and got that. I'm not mad at that at all. Listen, I'm taking goals however I can get them this season. I'm not criticizing how somebody got a goal. I just would like to see us playing a team's game. Team's game resulting in team goals. I would love that. I would love it for an attack to start from the back, pause, and then progress its way, matriculate its way through the midfield to the attackers, ending in a goal, and I'm happy guy.
No, absolutely. So kind of moving on, what do you kind of expect from this weekend? You expecting a similar team or?
I'm okay with the same lineup. I'm all right with the lineup. I would. I think Zersky is Zerksha was hurt, or he's like not all the way fit.
Yeah.
Like you said. So like you've been saying this a while. I agree now. I'm okay with the same lineup. Bring him on late. That guy's man. He's a tank. He's built like a damn tank. So hopefully he comes on late. He can, use his size, use his aggressiveness, and get us a goal if we need one again. But this is gonna be a different kind of test because Brighton have guys. They're a good team. They're a good side.
They are.
So, it's not. I think they're better than Fulham. I think they've been better than Fulham for a long time. Matoma's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
He's gonna be an issue for whoever has to deal with him. And I think and they'll be okay with getting a goal and defending. They'll be all right with that. and
Yeah.
that's something that we will struggle with. Like they're one of those teams that they get into that little lower half of the table, and you get a goal against Big Man United, and then you set up shop, and then you get the other one when you can. So we got to be okay with, even if we concede, going to get that equalizer, because
Hmm.
we've had, that's what I want to see. We've had an issue with
Yeah.
that. We've had an issue dealing with low blocks with teams that can just nick a goal,
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
need a McTominay to go get one for us.
yeah. Don't say
So
that.
I think they're dangerous in that regard. That they're
Yeah.
okay with 1-0. They're
Yeah.
okay with 1-0 and set up shop, or they can press you on the attack, especially on the wings, and you could find yourself in trouble real quick.
Yeah. I'm expecting pretty much the same lineup. Like Casey said, Eric Ten Hag doesn't like changing a winning lineup. I think the only way he would change that lineup is if De Ligt was fully fit. At the end of the day, again, we touched on it earlier. I don't think Maguire meant to stop that. And he was in serious trouble if he didn't get his foot on that. Whereas I believe De Ligt has more of an opportunity to, the fast paceness to be able to get back and at least be able to. It might still have been a goal, but I think De Ligt has a better chance of saving that. So, but I think the only change up, he might stick De Ligt in to play and then bring him out after 60 minutes. But will all depend on how the training goes this week. And then it all depends on if Ugarte deal gets done tomorrow. I think if the Ugarte gets done tomorrow, I think he comes on around the 60th minute. Again, I don't think he starts. And I'm happy for Casemiro to start right now. He did look good. But again, throughout the season, that's going to change where his legs are going to go. And we're going to be in trouble if we don't get Ugarte.
Terrell says, as long as we don't take Brighton lightly, we should be fine. Everton got semi-embarrassed this weekend because they don't capitalize on opportunities.
Semi-embarrassed?
Got
Maybe a big
embarrassed,
embarrassment.
You got beat, what is it, 3-0 at your gaff? That's crazy.
And it should have been more. But no,
Big Everton
yeah,
getting beat like that.
yeah, I agree with
But they
Terrell,
did it
though.
to us. They did it to us a couple seasons ago.
Yes, they
So-
did.
So, yeah, you know what? You're 100% correct. Do not sleep on Brighton at all. We can't sleep. I was listening to DR Sports this morning. I like to listen to them every Monday. They're pretty good. They were talking about, well, the guy was talking about Chelsea, and he was like, I'm not in a position where I can sleep on any team, underestimate any team, think any team is weaker than us. I think we're in that same boat. We're in that same boat that we can't take a game off. We can't look at a team and say, "Oh, Ipswich." All right, yeah. No, because Ipswich played good in the first half against Liverpool.
Yeah, they did.
They could have won that game until Liverpool screwed their head on and was like, "All right, enough is enough." And look what kind of goals it took, right? But we're just not. We don't have a divine right to win. We don't have. Back in the day, bro, I used to really sit back and be like, who we got? Tottenham. All right. I'll come see that game and turn the game on. I'm gonna go make some tea real fast. I'll be there in a minute. Now I'm on the edge of my seat with every game because I don't know what we'll see, and it's been like that for some years now. So we have no divine right to beat anybody. Sanjeev says the heritage of Everton. Yeah, man. I hate them less than Liverpool, but they can go. I don't care what happens to them. Really.
I'll be shocked if they don't get relegated this year. They were atrocious yesterday.
They might not exist. If they go down, I think that's the end of them.
Yeah, I think they'll be one of those teams that I think if goes down, are going to get hit with another point deduction, and I think, they're in for a world of hurt if they go down.
I think who is it that has to get hit with 6? Is it?
I know Everton are maybe getting another point deduction, which is crazy.
It's one of the promoted teams that's gonna get I think it might be Leicester. Mm-hmm. One of them. I was listening to it earlier. This is crazy now. Everybody's getting point deductions, and we still can't find out what's going on with City.
Well,
granted, FFP is different than what they're actually looking into with City, right? I understand that. But guys, we've had so much time now.
Yeah. I think
I could do that. I could do it. I can litigate. Come and bring me the documents, and I will go into it. I'll find it.
Yeah, I know they're bringing it forward next month. To next month, it's going to start in September. I don't expect it to be. Yes, start. But it's a big deal. And I know a lot of people don't think they're going to get done. Like, this is a big deal with the city thing. Like, I honestly can see two options. The first one I'm unsure with, relegation. I don't know if they're going to relegate City. The second one, I don't know if anyone in here can remember Rangers from the Scottish Premier League. Very similar situation. Ended up getting relegated 2 divisions and all of their titles taken off of them. So, well, for the years that they did it. I can see the second option. I can see them getting a huge point deduction, maybe a 30-point deduction, which again is not going to be a problem from City. They'll still stay up. And I think the years that this investigation is going, I think they're going to take the titles away from them. I know in the UK they don't give the titles to the people that finish second place. So we're not going to get new titles, and I don't want those titles anyway. You know, we finished second.
I don't want to win like that.
No, I don't want to win like that.
I know you should be punished for what you've done. The thing is, I'm here with City, because, neutrally, or as a, I hate City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. Voila. But what they've been able to do in this 10 years' time has been monumental.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take that away from them when you see the results on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
You can't. What they've been able to do, you have to applaud. The manner in which you were able to get these players or keep the money that you were keeping, because it's really like, oh, did you make 67 million instead of 120 on a deal? That's really what we're looking at here, right? It's like, did you misreport your funds that you were making and cook the books? If you did things like that, then, I have to look at you, and if you are guilty, you have to. But I don't want you to lose titles. Listen, to the blue side of Manchester or any blue around the world, any of the rats, you're not going to care. You've already won that treble. That treble is yours.
Yeah.
Hell, this shit stops in, 2018 is when it's supposed to stop.
Yes, yeah.
So technically, you've won the treble without it, in a way, right? So I don't want that, and I think a lot of people are shameless in this idea that they want, take it off them and drop them to the 3rd division. That's not happening. Maybe a heavy point sanction.
Yeah.
That'll have them bottom, but they come right back. They come right back. They come right back.
No,
Money is crazy.
Yeah, No, I want them to lose their title. I want them to be hit hard to lose their titles that they had, and I would like to see a relegation too. To be honest with you, on top of that, I think they should come down hard on them. At the end of the day, they cooked the books. They tried to say that some of their investments from Emirates Air, it was all the books were cooked. And, at the end of the day, I'm going to reference the NFL here. You need to take titles off of people, because I feel like in America, you're not punished for cheating. Like, Tom Brady still got to keep his trophies, still walks around with his 7 rings, even though he was caught cheating at least twice. So,
found guilty, though?
Yeah, they were found guilty. He got suspended for this, for like a few games at the start of the season. For
the inflatable balls?
Yeah.
And the sign stealing, the pumping the sound into the thing.
Yeah. So and then they also got accused of when the Steelers, and I know I'm in Pittsburgh, but they also got accused of stealing the sign play from the Steelers back in the day. But even if it's just one, the Deflategate, at the end of the day, he's pretty much admit that it happened. You've got to show young kids, you've got to show younger people that the cheating inside of a game is not acceptable. And the only way to do that is by taking that title and say, hey, you can't have this anymore because you cheated. So that's the reason why I want it. It sends a signal to the younger kids out there that cheating is not okay, and that's just where I'm at with it. So I think they need to be punished hard.
They do punish in America, just not in professional sports.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
In college sports, you will get your Heisman taken away. You will get
I've
SMU.
seen those. Yeah.
You will get SMU to have your whole program killed.
Yeah.
And not resurrect for 20 years. Like in sports where where people watch college football way more than they like the NFL's the favorite here, but people religiously watch college football. So I'm with that. I just need to see how bad it was first, right?
Yeah.
As somebody that works in law and works in the court system, right? I need to see how bad what you were doing. I need to see the harm. Who did you harm? Did you harm the game or the integrity of the game? Is it just a blight on the game itself because we're not able to conduct the business that you did was so shady that it was just so nefarious that you just put a bad name on the game, or did those infractions indubitably lead to harm of the game itself and how it's played and how people going forward can emulate it and can do it in their own way, right? I need to see the harm and the severity of the harm. That's where I'm at with it. So I'm not pleading a case for City. I'm just saying.
No, I can see that.
Give these other guys point deductions and all this other stuff. It needs to be fair. It needs to lay the hammer down. But we need to write these things out in blood on the wall so everybody else can see it and say, okay, I can't lie and say Nike gave me $30 million when they really gave me 110.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. I really don't care about about the kids. I just don't want it happening. At least in this regard, I don't just want it happening again for the sake of, because good programs, they cheat. Alabama, the Patriots, like you said, they find ways. They're already good enough, and they're gonna do something else.
Yeah,
there'll be another story of somebody else doing something. So I just want the rules to be written out. The minute we see this is the infraction you get. It's not going to be 12 months either. We're not going to be looking for it for 4 years. The minute you do this again, you're gone.
Yeah. No, I absolutely,
make it plain.
I absolutely agree with that. And I can see your point of view being, in that profession that you kind of want to see the breakdowns and stuff. I know we've got, we don't have 9 minutes left. We can go as long as we want. But I know I just put in the chat. I kind of wanted to get everyone's kind of feedback on.
I was going to ask that too.
Yeah.
Let's read some of these first, though. Rajat, this is what I'm talking about, bro. It can beat Brighton. It's not difficult to do. You are insane. You're insane. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it ain't easy. Man City need relegation. Okay, that's fair. I don't know. I just need to see how bad this was. I need it spelled out and written out. The allegations and how you found them guilty. I want to see how you found it. I don't want to just hear that they're guilty. I want to hear, how did you get to this point? Okay. I'm with Sean. I want them stripped of their titles and relegated. Oh man. Okay. That's fair. That's a nice reason, Sean. Meanwhile, I'm petty and want to see suffering. Oh God. I'm the only one here that wants fairness. That's why I work where I work. I am with you, Sean. The ownership cheated from day one. It was a part of their business plan. They didn't even try to work with the rules. This is speculation, and we do not represent what Casey's saying. It does not represent the views and feelings of this channel. Don't ever watch.
Thank you, Mr. Lawman.
Don't ever watch it, or you never watch it. I'm pretty sure Georgia cheated too. You're a hater. Reggie Bush is a cheat, and he shouldn't have got his Heisman back. Sanjeev, video and audio seems clearer. Thank you, Sanjeev. That's what we worked hard for. That's why we were a little late. But Sean actually found this program because I was paying for the thing before, and we tried to up the HD, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's another $30 on top of the $20 I was paying per month." And Sean was like, "Bun that. We'll do something else. Make sure everybody gets the likes up, helps the algorithm. Please do that. Yes, smash a like real quick, bro, so people could be like, yo, these guys are getting likes. We like them. Audio is def nicer. Appreciate that. Oh, I usually never watch college football. Did you go to college here? Just saying. But yeah, yeah, I love this setup, bro. We look good.
Yeah.
I'm using my actual podcast camera. I'm not
Hmm.
using my dodgy webcam. I do need to change my mic. I got ordered a new mic. I'm in my studio. This is my studio where I'll give y'all a quick tour of it. This is where I'll be recording all my stuff. I got a green screen on the way. I got all kinds of different lights and stuff. So yeah, we're making changes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh look, I'm all zoomed out.
You're zoomed in. Yeah.
There we go.
And I'll be making some changes too. I'm going to be ordering a new camera here soon. I'm still, streaming on my $30 webcam. So I'm going to be ordering a new camera here soon myself. So, obviously, doing better things for the channel, making things look nicer. I just want to give some people kind of a little tour of some of the things that I've done. You're not really going to see much. If I'm ever alone, we'll be doing kind of similar like this. News, we'll have like a single and we'll have news on the side. We got 3 people, so if someone ever wants to join us, and then obviously we got like on the intro. So there's a lot of things that we're working on to improve the channel for you guys. Definitely look out in the future of what some of the things that are coming. And more importantly, if you guys have got ideas, let us know of some of the things that you think that you would like to see on the show. Because, at the end of the day, it's an interactive fan show, and we want to do what you guys want to see. So please let us know what you guys want to see on the show.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm proud of what we got going on here, and I got some more videos dropping too. So do some more videos dropping. That's why I came down here so I can actually work on stuff, and finally got my signs and stuff ready right here.
Are you going to be dropping those on this channel or?
I'm gonna drop them on both channels.
Okay.
So because I'm still in love with my project that is those Atlanta Reds. I'm never gonna stop doing that.
No, absolutely, don't stop doing that.
Those Atlanta Reds, 1878 Casuals, and United Fan Zone are all 3 entities that I am a part of. Right.
The 1878 one, is that the one that you do with Casey?
Yeah, 1878 Casual. That's the LA Reds. That's our Tuesday show. That's what that's on.
Well, if you guys ever need some help there, Casey, let me know. You see what I can do here, so.
Yeah, bro, this is our umbrella, right?
Yeah.
That's our umbrella, and I'm also, guys, if y'all want to come on too,
Yeah.
just say the word, bro. We'll have you on. We'll set it up. We normally will do something tonight, but like last night, me and this dude were on the phone or on this thing right here for like an hour, just messing with it. You know, just trying to get it to work. So if you can dedicate some time to the channel, bro, we want to grow with you. We want all these people, these 10, 11, 50 people. Last week we had 100 people watch it after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like after it, write me after it. So like, if you want to be a part of this thing, bro, it's not crazy. It's our community.
Yeah, I know it's a little more difficult for the LA people to come on because, it's 5 o'clock there when we're starting, and I know a lot of them are just getting home from work, but, if any of them want to come on, anybody else that wants to come on, just, ping us on one of our social medias. We're more than happy to have somebody on. I know Q loves coming on. Big shout out to Q.
If they can get up early to watch the sorry Rams,
yeah,
then they can get up and get on our channel.
There's no excuses why they shouldn't be on our channel, Casey.
They like, Mike, why do you hate LA so much? I don't hate LA. I love LA. I love LA, but I gotta stab and twist sometimes. But yeah, man, if there's anything else you want to add, brother?
No, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Another game. Just excited that the season has started back up. And then hopefully we can bring you the news that Ugarte is a Manchester United player on Thursday with our show. And one of the things that, like, especially with the Thursday, I'm looking more forward to more into the season where, we start playing midweek. So those Thursday shows can be a little bit more about the game, the day after the game. Or even on a Thursday when we're playing in Europe, we're going to give you, a breakdown of the game that day. So look out for some more. I'm going to be trying to do some, little snippet videos, to drop on YouTube. So look out for some of those. But again, if anyone wants to join, please let us know.
All right. With that being said, bro, this has been another installment of United fans.
Oh, real quick,
Sorry
I
for
actually
coming
have an
on so
ending.
late, but we're working harder to get better at this thing. And
Yeah.
till next time, bro, we're gonna see you Thursday. Tomorrow night, we got those casual Reds with the illustrious Casey Gale, our West Coast host with the most. Ooh, I
Yeah.
got bars.
We'll see you guys tomorrow and on Thursday. Bye.
Yes, people, what's happening with the main man here? Make sure you're subscribing to the United Fan Zone for your Man United content. Thanks, stuff. Thanks, buddy. Yes, people, what's happening with the main man here? Make sure you're subscribing to the United Fan Zone